Remote piloted aircraft seem so futuristic, but just how long have they been around? Hey guys, Julia here for DNews. While remote piloted aircraft seem like a weird futuristic thing, radio-controlled aircraft go as far back as the Second World War. In 1934, the British Air Ministry ordered over 400 of a type of radio-controlled plane called Queen Bee. Fast forward a few years, and what we think of as RPAs here in the US, well, they're technically as old as the space race. Seriously, back when the Andy Griffith Show was on the air, the US military was planning unmanned aircraft. One of the first programs was launched under the codename Red Wagon. A few years later, the first military campaign such aircraft ever took part in was the Vietnam War. The first of these, the AQM-34 Ryan Aeronautical Lightning Bug, could take photos from the air, collect intelligence, and even drop leaflets. Their photographic abilities became so useful during that campaign that one expert, Dr. Thomas P. Erhard, says the Air Force depended almost entirely on them for bomb damage assessment due to bad weather. In total, there were nearly 3,500 unmanned aircraft missions during that war, and only about 500 of those were lost for various reasons. But for a long time after that war, there wasn't much interest in these aircraft anymore, until the Gulf War. Remote piloted aircraft technology took off in the 1990s. Back when I was watching Pokemon, engineers and researchers with the Air Force were designing top-of-the-line technology. Many of the first generations of aircraft were for surveillance purposes during the Gulf War, like the Air Force's Predator. According to a recent congressional report, the military now heavily relies on these type of aircraft. Nearly 31% of their aircraft are unmanned, and they're stealthier and safer than ever. Most of them are little guys, like the Army's Raven, which looks to me like a souped-up toy plane. Basically, they're little cameras with wings. Fitted with color cameras and infrared night vision, these guys are like our military's eye in the sky. And they're pretty fast. They can fly at speeds up to 60 miles per hour. Or perhaps you're more familiar with the Air Force's Predator RPA. These are a little bit bigger and have been around for a while. Early versions of this aircraft flew in missions in the Balkans 20 years ago. And because they can fly for a while and can carry infrared cameras, they were approved in 2006 to fly in civilian airspace here in the US for search and rescue operations. And they're safer than they've ever been. According to that recent congressional report, there were only 7.5 accidents per 100,000 hours of flight in 2012, which is less than the 20 accidents in 2005. Unmanned aircraft have come a long way since the early days. Now they're used for protecting nature and maybe bringing packages straight to your front door. And we could probably thank the United States Air Force for some of this new technology. Powered by airmen and fueled by innovation every day, American airmen go above and beyond to break barriers both professionally and personally. Whether it's overcoming poverty to become a nurse and an officer, or becoming the first female Thunderbird pilot, these airmen are doing what others once thought was impossible. So what do you think of the future of this technology? Let us know down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and keep coming back to DNews so you don't miss a single episode.